Hey everyone, Scott here, and thought I'd do like a thrift haul video, just share some of the items I've picked up in the last several weeks from thrift stores, library sales, that kind of thing. And first item on top here is a little NASB New Testament. That was kind of neat. I've not seen a little NASB like this before. It's the 1972 edition, so very similar to the 77, which was standard for many years. And we can see it's well printed. It's a nice dark font. It's a small font, as we would expect, but not much bleed through. Not real big on these real tiny New Testaments. This is like a Gideon size myself, but I thought it was neat. And I know someone who uses the NASB. I don't really myself, so perhaps they'll enjoy it. Next item is a little journal. It has this Come Holy Spirit prayer on the front, which I looked up and is apparently used in Catholic Church and some Anglican and Lutheran churches. At least that's what Wikipedia said. So it's printed by Autumn. Maybe that's how you pronounce that. And they're a Catholic Church supply house. So they sell this for about $2 a piece. I got this one at a Salvation Army thrift store for 50 cents. Had a little bit of writing in pencil in the first few pages, which I was able to erase, so good deal. Been thinking about keeping like a small journal to keep prayer requests, that kind of thing in. Just something to take notes as things come to mind from prayer, and this seems like a nice size for that. God in the Dock, Essays on Theology and Ethics by C.S. Lewis. This was $1 at the library sale. I knew about this, and I knew there was an essay in here I want to read, so that's why I bought it. It was one of those things where I wanted a copy, but like I didn't need to buy it new or online. I just keep it in the back of my mind, when I find one, I'll buy it. Finally happened. But he has this essay, Miserable Offenders, which is on prayer book language. So I wanted to read that, and I think there'll be some others in here that'll be interesting as well. Modern translations of the Bible. I think that'll be a good one to read. Of course, what was a modern translation for Lewis is so much different than what's modern for us today. He would have been writing that before, like, the NIV came out. Like, yeah. So much has changed in the last 40, 50 years with English Bible translations. Picked this up. Same day I picked this up, I got this prayer journal by Flannery O'Connor. It's a hardcover. So this would have been $2. It looks brand new. And I'm not very knowledgeable about Flannery O'Connor. I've read A Good Man is Hard to Find. It's a good little short story. Great song by Tom Waits as well, unrelated. But knowing what I know about her, I expect that this will be a journal of some very challenging and painful kind of prayers. This isn't going to be like happy, sappy kind of Christian bookstore sort of prayer books. So I think it should be very interesting and the kind of thing that I'll find beneficial to read. It's pretty neat too that they have everything. Well, I don't know if it's everything, but they have it in her original handwriting in the back here. So this strikes me as something that would be welcomed by someone who's a big Flannery O'Connor fan. Seems to be really nicely done. Okay, then the last several items here are all Anab Baptist related. Obviously, I live in Lancaster County, PA now, so I find a lot of like Amish Mennonite type of books and things, and I've been picking some up here and there because I'm seeking to understand it better. The church I attend it's an Anabaptist church. It's not Mennonite or Amish, but So yeah, like biblical interpretation, theology, etc., of the pastor is very Anab Baptist in the way they engage the community and so on. So, been learning what I can to understand not only my own church, but then many neighboring communities around me. But this is an older copy of the Mennonite Confession of Faith from 1963. I've been slowly reading through the more recent one from I think the 90s. But, this was cheap, so I grabbed it to look at, and I love that cover. Much better than I do the current edition. Amish Prayers, compiled by Beverly Lewis. Now, when I saw this, I kind of rolled my eyes a little, being honest, just because all the Amish artwork throughout, and like Beverly Lewis is like one of those people who writes those Amish novels that like the kind of stuff my wife read growing up. And it's not my kind of thing. We'll just leave it there. But the prayers in here are actually English translations of prayers from an Amish prayer book. They give the name here, which I won't even attempt to pronounce, but there's an English translation. It more or less translates something like prayers for earnest Christians, something like that. I don't quote me on that, but there is a translation of I think the entire book in English with that title, but that costs, it's not cheap. I got this for $1 at an MCC thrift store, so I'll check this out and see, is there anything in here that I find interesting or helpful in my own prayer practice, or that helps me to understand the Amish? I figured for $1 it was worth checking it out. So, Amish Life by John A. Hostetler. This I already read. It was a very quick read. There's a lot of photos, so it's not a very long book at all. But yeah, I found it interesting. I found some useful bits in here. I like this map too, because I've lived and been to many areas where there's large Amish or plain populations. So obviously I'm in Lancaster County now. And then in Ohio we have Holmes County. And then the dot up here has got to be Middlefield. So I lived in Northeast Ohio for most of my life, so I was not very far from Middlefield and been there many times. Been to Holmes County a few times. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. And then, of course, now I'm in Lancaster County. So I've been around. I've been relatively close to several large Amish populations most of my life. I don't know the ones in Indiana, but been down to Middlefield a lot because I lived 40 minutes away or 45 minutes. Now I live just a few minutes away from Amish populations. But yeah, this was, like I say, there was some good information in here. It was a quick read, and it's kind of was focused on Lancaster County, which, that works for me because that's what I'm interested in. I was going to see if I could find it real quick. There was a photo that one in particular I really liked in here, just showing some of the differences in the different Anab Baptist groups. So they have a photo here of Amish grandparents, and their grandchildren are Mennonite. So apparently their parent or parents left the Amish and joined a Mennonite church. The children definitely look a little bit more contemporary. And then the last thing is The Riddle of Amish Culture by Donald B. Craybill. So this is from 1989, and just looking at what he had written or what they had in the back here, sounded like it'd be an interesting look at how the Amish differ from the English population. And This is a older edition. It has been updated since, but again, that, buy that brand new, it costs money. This was $3, so I'll check this one out. This will be helpful. All right. Anyways, hope you enjoyed seeing everything. If you did, please give it a like, and if you have anything you'd like to share, any comments on anything, I'd love to hear it. Please do so in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching. God bless, and we'll see you for the next one.